Man. This brother, I tell you, boy, I don't know what's going on, but ever since it came out, this is crazy. Like, and I still see people supporting Drake. We're back on Jamari channel, which I'll leave in the description for you guys to check out more. Video says Drake is sad. Said it got worse. So I don't know, but my whole thing is it seemed to not matter because people are still rocking with him, man. Reacting to the music, all that. I know enough to not even want to, you know what I mean? So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Shout out to all the good humans. Let's jump right into it.
So at this point, we are officially a month removed from the climax of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. For Kendrick, he has mostly been silent other than an appearance that he made back in his hometown of Compton, where he gave a surprise speech during a graduation at Compton's community college.
I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of the city of Compton. I'm proud of Compton College. You know, y'all had a lot of hardship, not only in your house, in your communities, but most importantly, within yourself.
I had so many homeboys
that went there. That's the toughest thing to overcome. And when I walk out in these cities and these countries, I could be proud and say, this is where I'm from.
Other than that, it has been radio silence from the victor of this beef, but for Drake, you could pretty much say the exact opposite. He has been back to posting his sassy captions on Instagram. First, we got this gem where he says that the only yes man around him is his Rolex dealer. He also took some time to hit the Dallas Mavericks with the classic Drake curse. And he also posted this photo at his son's soccer game of himself, saying that goats don't worry about one-trick ponies. To me, this post, along with everything else Drake has done since waving the white flag, has the same energy as a woman who got broken up with and keeps posting onto her Instagram story that she swears she's not hurt. She swears she's out having fun at the club, maybe she posts some messages she's gotten from thirsty guys in her DMs. All while still throwing shots at said ex she apparently could care less about. The other thing about this photo is that Drake is seemingly wearing the same outfit that Kendrick wore on the cover of Mr. Morale. And while some might just see this as a big coincidence, I feel like when it comes to Drake, everything is very intentional. Also, who's out here letting Drake around kids? I hope his buddy Baca isn't around. People also speculated that the caption here was obviously a dig at Kendrick, with a reference to an old movie called One Trick Pony, where the premise reads, Jonah is a once popular folk rock musician trying to put together a new album in the face of an indifferent record company executive and a talentless producer. At the same time, he's trying to save his failing marriage. So I guess that's the angle that he seemingly still wants to run with, is like bad husband Kendrick. Like at this point, Drake is putting more thought into his Instagram post and outfits than he did his final response, which by the way he has deleted from his Instagram page, as well as every other post involving this beef. To many people, this was him officially bowing out of the beef. You know, I thought it was J. Cole who was saying that he might delete later, but it's looking like Drake is gonna take that path as well. Now, speaking of Drake's best diss, Family Matters, which is actually very good, we did get some intel into how Kendrick was basically waiting for Drake to drop a track so that he could step all over it with Meet the Grams, and of course the instant classic, Not Like Us.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna give you some real insight as you hearing this first. They drop Family Matters, and I text him, I'm like, this ain't it. He's like,
at all.
I'm like, this ain't gonna get it. I was like, man, it's time to step on his head. He was like, say less. I'm thinking we just text. It ain't nothing deep like that. It's, right. I go to the bathroom. I come back. The motherfucking song is uploaded. I text him like, nigga, you already, he's like, man, I've been waiting for this nigga to drop something. So he didn't even know what he was going against. Man, Drake shot a video and all this shit, man.
Went
that boy was at the
Dodge
crib.
Caravan.
Boom, boom. You listen.
Suck the life out of the whole moment for Drake.
Sometimes you just gotta know what to do and what not to do.
So as many predicted, Kendrick had that song waiting on deck. And I would have to assume the same about the kill shot that everyone and their mothers have been dancing to. And yes, I know Drake will be fine and still have a very successful career, but the optics of this, to me, have done damage to his career that he can never really brush under the rug. You got kids dancing along to this song. and college bands playing it in
Yeah.
unison at pep rallies. In contrast, Drake would make an appearance at a pool party where he would look incredibly uncomfortable as they played his older record with Sexy Red. Now let's be honest, had the DJ decided to play Not Like Us, yes, it would have been a legendary moment, but I feel like that night, he would have been murdered by Drake and his team. We know this is a fact because his in-house producer and right-hand man Novio 40 allegedly threatened a Toronto DJ named DJ Cypher Sounds after he decided to play the Not Like Us record in Toronto.
So I'm in Toronto, I get a DM from 40. He said, how about I go to your city and play a song where someone calls you a and he goes, I knew you never liked us. You act nice, but you're really a bitch. When I see you, I'm gonna smack you in the mouth.
So you know his camp is also feeling the heat. Either way, the crowd here looks completely dead, as most of them stare at Drake as if he's some sort of animal at the zoo.
I never understood that, man. Like, you be having those parties, like, people just, it's like, they just go sit and people watch. There'd hardly be any interaction. Look at people. They be out there and it's Sunday's best, and it just be like so awkward, man. So awkward.
Also, wearing those baggy-ass denim jeans in the Houston, Texas heat is certainly a choice. Like, yes, Drake, we know you got swamp ass. And somehow, even a month later, Drake's biggest fans are still coping and scrambling for him, trying to make up false narratives. Several of his biggest Dick Rider pages have attempted to get these stories off the ground, claiming that Kendrick also used ghostwriters in the past. You know, after they were embarrassed by all those different reference tracks.
Even to this credit, I feel like you're still battling these ghostwriting rumors and this type of thing.
I pulled my weight when it came to my pen. It wasn't like I needed somebody to facilitate, entire ideas. We worked together. Anybody that knows me knows that my strongest talent is writing. And any song that really, really did damage for me, I've wrote every single lyric.
Stick these niggas, hey. Stick these bitches. Hire a shooter. You ready these bitches.
But in the end, these attempts were a failure, as it was quite obvious that Kendrick was the one making reference tracks for other people. In this situation, it was specifically for fellow TDE member J-Rock, and there was also this page trying to say that Jhené Aiko wrote a verse for Kendrick as well, but this was also quickly debunked with a simple Google search of that song. Like, she literally went back and made her part of the song better after Kendrick sent his verse. I don't know, it's just hilarious to me that these people who are trying to defend Drake always end up in turn making Kendrick look even better.
Yeah.
And it's like he hasn't even had to say anything for over a month and he's still somehow winning. In terms of more behind the scenes intel, Elliott Wilson, who has been Drake's very trusted friend for years, like he gave him that exclusive interview, now took to the Joe Budden podcast to say this.
Nigga send me a rat emoji. Cause I think he started to think like Venice, like Kendrick's in Venice, you're in Venice, like.
But you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration.
So I had to view it like I'm just really against him. So when he dropped Family Matters, it was just like, I was like, yo, you dropping this tonight? He'd be back like, yeah, whatever, LOL, like, da-da-da. And then he sent me a rat emoji. And I'm like, I hit him with the 50 Cent. I was like, what the say me for? Like, blah, blah, like. But I didn't like that shit. Don't send me a fucking rat emoji.
So by him sending Elliott that emoji, obviously that's his way of calling him a rat, and it's also alluding to the idea that he was the mole in his camp that he swore he did not have on the Heart Part 6. And not only is he admitting that there's a mole in his camp, a double agent if you will, but he still does not know who it is. And that's apparently not even the only person who Drake has problems with behind the scenes, as academics would let us in on a little secret that there's another massive rapper in the game who has collaborated with Drake in the past on a massive hit, who also hates him.
Yo, I found out Drake has an op that none of us know that is a huge rapper that we all think is his friend. I mean, some of y'all have guessed it, like, is he and him cool? But we're like, no, they got big records together. No, that nigga hates him too. I'm like, what?
So of course everyone speculated that was Travis Scott, who obviously has sicko mode under his belt where Drake has an iconic verse. Look, all I'm saying is don't be surprised when we see other rappers now start popping off and taking shots at Drake while he's at his most vulnerable that we've seen him since the Pusha T diss. Lastly, Drake would also release that garbage parody of Hey There Delilah, which was just god-awful. Like, I don't even care if it's a parody. Seeing people like Maul try and put his cape on to defend this shit of a song is hilarious.
Why wouldn't we like this with a little bit of, you know, drill sprinkled into it a little bit?
Where's the drill?
There's no drill, Maul. It's an acoustic guitar.
A little bit.
But I want to know what you guys think about these updates in the situation down below. Do you think that Drake will ever mention Kendrick by name on a song ever again? Or do you think he will just stick to the subliminals? I really think that he realized he was not built for this. And you know, someone like Kendrick still has several more tricks under his belt if Drake does want to take it there. Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribe.
Look, man, I just feel like he has enough fans to still make it, and I feel like his team, like the industry, because he's such a puppet industry plant, they're gonna make him thrive. Like I said, all those reactors, when he came out with that new, like, even that Sexy Red song, people were still reacting to it. I cut it off after I heard her damn cracking voice or whatever. So, like, my whole thing is, people ain't gonna stop listening to Drake. They won't. Just like people didn't stop listening to Chris Brown. People didn't stop listening to R. Kelly, whatever. You know, my whole thing is, like, people love the drama. They like being part of the drama, and I don't know, like you got all those. They're not even allegations. It's the truth. There's a video of Drake with a young girl on stage. People don't care. A lot of girls like, I wish that was me. So I don't know, man. It's just it's where we live, man. That's what's going on. You know, I've never been a fan of Drake, ever. I don't like people who perpetrate, you know, act like they are about a certain life that they aren't. And you got people who out here who really, like, been through that stuff and seen some stuff, you know. So, yeah, that's all that's it. Shout out to Jamari for the video, man. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.